Get ready, because today we're going to explore an idea that, for many people, is simply shocking. What if God was not a divine revelation, but rather a creation of the human mind? And what if religion, which has shaped entire civilizations for thousands of years, is actually a projection of the unconscious? This was exactly the provocation made by one of the most influential thinkers in the history of psychology, Sigmund Freud. According to him, God may be nothing more than a deep reflection of our fears, desires, and emotional needs. Today, you will discover why Freud believed that we invented God, how childhood influences faith, and why his ideas still spark intense debates more than a century later. But before we begin this journey into the depths of the human mind, do one quick thing. Leave a like now to show that you enjoy content that makes you think. And if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel Absolute Wisdom, because here we explore the most provocative ideas in philosophy, psychology, and history. Now, let's dive in. Who was Sigmund Freud? Sigmund Freud was born in 1856 in the region that today belongs to the Czech Republic, and he became one of the most revolutionary thinkers in history. He not only created psychoanalysis, but also completely transformed the way we understand the human mind. Freud proposed something radical for his time. Most of our thoughts, desires, and fears are not conscious. They live in a hidden part of the mind that he called the unconscious. And according to Freud, this unconscious influences virtually every area of our lives, including religion. God as a psychological projection. Freud made a statement that deeply shook the religious ideas of his time. For him, God is a projection of the human unconscious. But what does that mean? According to Freud, belief in God arises from the same need a child has to trust their parents. When we are young, we see our parents as powerful figures who protect us, guide us, and take care of us. They seem almost omnipotent. As we grow older, this need for protection does not completely disappear. It simply changes form. And according to Freud, this need eventually becomes projected onto a divine figure. That is how the idea of a God who protects, guides, judges, and watches everything is born. In other words, God would function as a kind of cosmic father. Religion as psychological comfort. Freud also believed that religion plays a very emotional role. Human life is full of uncertainties. We face suffering, death, injustice, and fear of the unknown. According to Freud, religion helps make these realities more bearable. It offers answers to difficult questions such as, why do we suffer? What happens after death? Is there justice in the universe? For Freud, religious belief functions as a comforting fantasy, a way of coping with the anxiety and fear of existence. These ideas appear especially in one of his most famous works, The Future of an Illusion. In this book, Freud argues that religious beliefs are similar to illusions created to satisfy deep emotional needs. The role of the Oedipus complex. Another central concept in Freud's theory also appears in his analysis of religion, the famous Oedipus complex. According to Freud, during childhood, a child develops complex feelings towards their parents. These feelings include admiration, rivalry, fear, and the desire for approval. These unconscious emotions would deeply shape our perception of authority, and for Freud, many representations of God reflect exactly this psychological structure. God is often portrayed as the supreme authority, the moral judge, and an absolute paternal figure. Criticisms of Freud's ideas. Of course, Freud's ideas did not go without criticism. Many philosophers, psychologists, and theologians have argued that his view is reductionist. In other words, it attempts to explain an extremely complex phenomenon, religion, only through psychology. Other thinkers argue that religious experience also involves culture, philosophy, history, and spirituality. Even so, Freud's interpretation remains one of the most influential analyses of religion ever made. The legacy of Freud. More than a century later, the impact of Sigmund Freud is still enormous. His ideas profoundly influenced modern psychology, philosophy, anthropology, and the study of religion. Even those who disagree with Freud acknowledge that he opened a new path for investigating the human mind and its deepest beliefs. A question for you. Now, I want to hear your opinion. Was Freud right? Is the idea of God really a psychological projection, or is there something in religious experience that goes beyond the human mind? Write your opinion in the comments. I truly want to read what you think. And if you enjoy content that explores the great ideas of philosophies and psychology, leave a like and subscribe to the channel Absolute Wisdom, because here we explore the questions that change the way we see the world. See you in the next intellectual exploration.